This particular story is a very sad one, so I'm just going to take my time and read it carefully for you. Let me tell you the real reason why I hate groove and alcohol. I was when I was drunk. Here is my story. Please don't judge me. Years ago, my friend and I used to go to this place twice a month on weekends. We would just drink and have fun, nothing hectic. One weekend, my friend stood me up, so I bought drink and sat alone. A guy I know from my neighborhood moved over to my table and we had a chat. A few drinks and a few laughs here and there. I didn't mind cause he was a familiar face and I felt safe around him. After a few drinks, and I told him I'm getting an Uber. He said I shouldn't worry, he's also leaving, so he's gonna drive me home. Instead of taking me home, he drove straight to his place. I asked him what's up. He said he wanted to take his bank card cause he's bored and was thinking of going back to Groove and he doesn't have any more money on him. I had a nagging feeling that something was off, but I dismissed it as, you were being paranoid. He invited me inside. I thought something was off there cause the lights were on. When we got inside, no one was there, just us. I didn't even sit down cause I thought he would just get the card and we would leave. He went to the kitchen, opened a fridge, took out more drinks. Wow! All of a sudden, he said he wasn't going back. He's tired, blah blah blah. I took a canned course that would make it normal. That was my big mistake. After 30 minutes, I asked him to take me home. He refused, said he would take me home the following day. I said, I'm getting an Uber. He got up, locked the door and took the keys away where I could not reach it. His eyes looked like he was a monster, an animal ready to kill. He overpowered me, he violated me. I was so shocked. I didn't scream, I didn't cry. I just lay there and let him do whatever he wanted to do to me. I started praying silently. When he was done, he took me home. I was so ashamed. I didn't tell anyone. I was gonna let him get away with it until a week later he showed up at my workplace with his buddies. I was livid. They started laughing and one of their buddies gave him a fist bump like I was just another girl on his hit list. I left work crying and went straight to my brother and told him everything. I asked him to take me to the police station to open a case and he said no. No one would believe me cause there was no evidence. I felt helpless and hopeless. He asked me to show him where the guy lived. I thought he was going to confront him and rough him up a little bit, but he didn't do anything until 30th of December that year. We had a New Year Eve's bra at home and my brother wasn't there. We thought maybe he left with his friends to celebrate New Year's Eve somewhere else. 12 o'clock came, we lit fireworks and gave each other's hug. He came back later and gave me a long hug. He was squeezing the life out of me. He looked different. He wasn't smiling as usual or celebrating. The following day, We heard that my was shot, and I never went to any type of groove ever again in my life, and I will never will. And I get angry when someone say, why didn't she scream, or she's lying? Why didn't she tell anyone? We behave differently when we are in shock. In the next 24 hours, I'm deleting this. It's part of my life. I wish to bury along with him. And this is one comment that I would love to read to you guys as well. It says, I'm so proud of your brother. One thing about you is that you have healed, seeing that you are opening up about it. And she responded, you are right. The healing process is easier when you know that your is off the street and will never get a chance to violate anyone else ever again. So yeah, this is a story. The girl is from South Africa, and yeah, I really don't. This is just a sad story. The sad story because of what the girl went through in the hand of a familiar face. You know, most cases like this always happen to people that you know, your father, uncle, someone closer to you, someone you are familiar with, are always the people that violate you one way or the other. Another sad part of this story is that, you know, the brother passed on years later. So at the end of the story, you know, the brother took the law into his own hands and took justice for the sister. Of course, that is some so real of the brother to, I mean, just like the story says, you know, the police are not going to believe your story. You don't have evidence. What proof that this person violated you? So yes, the brother took, you know, the law into his own hands, and ended this life. And like the girl said, she's happy this guy is off the streets, and therefore wouldn't have any right or wouldn't be alive to violate another person again. And that is one way she's healing faster. So this is really a sad story, and I don't wish my enemy to experience this, being violated by anybody at all. So guys, thank you. I'll see you all in the next story. Peace.